What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. The Dodgers are really going through it, not only on the baseball diamond, but now Shohei, their sweet prince, is getting sued. He's in another legal battle. Alex Bregman returned to Houston for the first time since leaving for the Red Sox. Correa also returned to Houston for the first time. Both guys, they did some damage in a crazy game. The Yankees are trying to find their groove, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. continues to add to his video game numbers so far as a Yankee. The Brewers have already hit their stride. They are one win away from winning 10 in a row for the second time this year. Schwarber and Salvi both hit baseballs very far, and this Junior Caminero kid, honestly, he might hit 60 one day. So we'll talk about all of that and more in today's MLB recap. We recap every baseball game almost every single day, so keep growing the game with me. Leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to save yourself 20 bucks off on SeatGeek using code Fuzzy. Download Underdog Fantasy today for a free MLB pick'em, and if you want to watch live baseball with me, download Playback and follow my room with Kooks46. It's just the show. It's a lot of fun. I hate when we start recaps with some sad news. So Shane McClanahan, we thought that maybe Rays fans were going to get a boost to the rotation in the second half and that Shane was going to be back. He tried, but it's just not going well, and he's going to be missing the remainder of 2025 with yet another surgery. This time, doctors are saying we don't even know if it's going to work. It's a cross our fingers sort of thing. He has nerve damage after having Tommy John. I mean, it's as bad as it gets. Don't forget that this kid started the All-Star game at like 25, 26 years old in 2022 after having one of the greatest first halves in MLB history. He had a 1.7 ERA with 147 strikeouts and 111 innings. That is mythical stuff. He was basically Tarek before Tarek became the schoolboy Cy Young god that we know now. Again, he did pitch this year, and that's kind of how they figured out he has some nerve issues, so I guess him pitching is a plus because he was coming back from Tommy John, but I'm praying at this point that he can pull a Cade Cavalli, come back throwing 100 plus miles an hour with those nasty breaking pitches, because baseball, it's better when a Cade Cavalli's healthy, when a Shane McClanahan is healthy. We need them back. Shane's teammates picked him up and got him a W on the day of the terrible news. The newcomer Nick Fortes got to Jeffrey Springs in the second with a 2-run sizzler, and if you aren't looking, I need you guys to look. Unless you're driving, don't look at it because that's irresponsible. This is an unreal home run. Christopher Morel tossed his bat at a curveball 13 feet outside and pulled it for a home run. That's like prime Vladimir Guerrero Sr. type stuff when he was on the Angels and then the Orioles, and I think it was the Rangers, or was the Rangers then the Orioles. The starter for the Rays, Ryan Pepiot, he was shredding, but yeah, it's kind of hard to stop Shea Bangaliers in the second half. He has 24 home runs on the season. He had 12 in the first half. He has 12 already in the second half. It's only been a few weeks. Brandon Lowe, I mean, sheesh, he raked this ball for his 23rd home run, and Junior Caminero, he's about to make it back-to-back with his 33rd home run. Junior has 12 home runs his last 28 games, and I know this is not a sustainable pace, but that is a 70 home run pace over 162 games. Maybe one day he can get to 60. This game's a wrap, or is it? Tyler Soderstrom, another 3-run home run. Sodi has been so good the last few weeks. He has an 11-game hitting streak, but I basically kind of spoiled the game already. Pete Fairbanks picked up his 20th save as the Rays beat the A's 7-4. For the second time this year, Milwaukee is on the verge of winning 10 games in a row. Brice Turang has been hitting like Bryce Harper lately. He has a 953 OPS since July 19th. Bart darts, they're back. Joey Bart's second home run and his first since April leaves the yard. Christian Yelich, he's tagging baseballs now as well. His 22nd home run, which is by far the most since he had, 44 back in 2019. Those were the juice ball days, so I don't know if we actually considered Yelich to be a 40 home run guy. Frelick, he flicked his wrist again for an RBI. Brandon Lockridge, he knocked in another. And that Euchre Magic, the sign out there, it might actually be what's powering the Brewers, because Andrew Vaughn, he's been sensational for the Brewers. He's laying down bunts. This is what we call a team. No one is too big for the team stuff. Everyone's laying down bunts, singling guys over. William Contreras made it a 7 spot for Jose Quintana, who went 6 innings, only allowing 3 base hits. Look at Trevor McGill pouncing off the mound with the bare hand play. For the second time this year, the Brew Crew have won 10 in a row. They're 74-44, so 30 games over 500. They're 12th in team OPS, 3rd in team ERA, and 4th in team defense on the season. That's a good ball club. So Milwaukee has a streak going. They've won 10 in a row. Ohtani has a streak going as well. But let's talk about Nathan Eovaldi's streak, because he's gone 6 consecutive starts, allowing 1 or fewer. Can he make it okay, you know what? That's fine. The streak is 1 or fewer, so even when Tyler Locklear is smoking baseballs, That's now the streak is over. Corbin Carroll lasered his 4th home run his last 5 games. He has a brand new career high of 26 on the season, and he has 9 outs above average. His finest card is going to be disgusting. What is going on? A home run derby versus Nathan Eovaldi. Coming into the start, Eovaldi had only allowed 5 home runs the entire year, 3 in 1 start. Perdomo, he now has 12 home runs and 78 RBIs. Seager and Blaze then traded at RBIs. We have Seager with the RBI double. Blaze, he's batting .393 with 3 home runs his last 7 games. He's got nice bat speeds. He's also pretty fast in terms of sprint speed. He could be a pretty good player for the Diamondbacks going forward. Seager, this is his 2nd RBI, and that kind of started a comeback. Oh, they're really fighting now. Wyatt. Oh, no. It's a foul ball. Wait, why did they go back there? Another fastball in, a 3-run home run for Wyatt Langford. He's up to 16 home runs, 15 stolen bases, and he's the only guy who might steal a Gold Glove from Steven Kwan because he's been a vacuum out there. The crowd, it's about to get rowdy. Rowdy! He ties it with a Teles Tater. That forces extras, and that set up this chance for Jake Burger to walk it off. And he did exactly that. He wins it. The Rangers are 2.5 games back of a wild card spot. We have one more streak, and then we'll get into the Yankees game. Ohtani, he's the guy that has the streak, by the way, but we're starting the Freeway Series with a Zach Neto nuke. He has 18 home runs and 21 stolen bases. Yamamoto lost his command after that. He allowed Moncada to cash in a run after he allowed a few walks, and Yoshinobu actually allowed 4 walks on the day, and now Trouty's doing his thing. Trouty, he doubled the lead for Jose Soriano, and Trout, by the way, he upped his on-base percentage in the second half to 400. He's been on base 40% of the time. Moncada, that's his 2nd RBI. He's not trying to do too much, just poking base hits through the infield. Jose Soriano was awesome, and he's been awesome since he became a starter. He completes 6 scoreless against the Dodgers, only 2 base hits with 6 strikeouts. Neto, make it 19 home runs and 21 stolen bases on the year. Remember, he had 23 home runs and 30 stolen bases last year. He's kind of putting up Francisco Lindor-like stats in the box for a shortstop. He's got to work on the outs above average, though, because they do not like his defense. Shohei, he just hit his 100th home run in Angel Stadium. He now has a home run in 3 consecutive games. And remember, not too long ago, I think he had a home run in 5 or 6 straight games. So imagine if he goes off 4, 5, 6 games in a row. Muncy, if this stays fair, it's gone. It's gone. A 3-run home run. Muncy has 55 RBI his last 49 games. By the way, prayers up to Gustavo Campero. I think he tweaked his ankle trying to rob this home run. Kenley Jansen came in for the final 3 outs. He has 469 career saves. The Angels, they're still fighting. Then there's the Dodgers. The Dodgers are playing some of the worst baseball in years, but not only that, Shohei Ohtani, their face of the franchise, is now in another legal battle. So the first legal battle was obviously with his translator Ipe Mizuhara, who stole like $20+ million, and then Shohei proceeded to create the 50-50 club. So it's not like he's ever been distracted by legal trouble, but now he's being sued for a $250 million Hawaiian real estate project thing. And now the story just sounds kind of like a nothing burger in terms of Ohtani, that he just kind of bought a house and that his agent was up to something. I have no idea what the full scope of the story is, but it sounds like some people are just upset that they got pushed out of a big real estate deal. They're blaming Ohtani and his influence for it. But listen, I know a thing or two about needing clicks, and that's all this story is. They're just using Shohei Ohtani almost like as a billboard to get their lawsuit out there. But hey, no one's talking about the Dodgers losing a bunch of games, so maybe it's a good thing that Shohei is in yet another legal battle, because no one's going to be talking about the Dodgers being awful. Okay, I lied. We have one more game before the Yankees game. It's important, I swear, okay? It's the NL West standings we're talking about. Logan Webb, he did his absolute best to keep the Padres in check for as long as he could. He and Yu Darvish, they looked really good. They went 5 frames without allowing anything, and he was feeling himself. He's whirling and twirling on the bump. He struck out the side in the 5th inning. He has so much run on those pitches, still at the ripe age of like 37, 38 years old, and now he's winning. Jackson Merrill, he brought home Nando on his 3rd base hit of the night, and Devers only had 1, but he made it count. He almost went 410 feet the other way on a ball 3 feet outside. This is what Rafi Big Scoops brings to the table. Webb, he fought valiantly, but the lack of whiffs and the strikeout stuff really bit him bad in this one. Cronenworth, he had a go-ahead RBI, and Freddie Fermin put the icing on the cake with a 2-run home run. He's batting .370 with 5 RBI his first 8 games. He's been light years better than Elias Diaz could ever dream of being this year, and Robert Suarez now has 33 saves on the season. But we're not done talking about the Padres, the Giants, or the Dodgers. Check out the NL West standings. The Padres are 1 measly little game back of the Dodgers for first place in that division. The Dodgers, they have to snap out of it. So now they got the Ohtani stuff going on again. Maybe that helps distract them. But the Dodgers are 12-19, 7 games under 500 since getting embarrassed by the Astros on the 4th of July and losing 18-1, getting kicked in the teeth and losing losing by 17 cannot be fun. Hesung Kim, Tommy Edman, Michael Conforto, Teoscar Hernandez, Andy Pages, Mookie Betts, they all have a sub 700 OPS since that beatdown of the Astros. Alex Call, a newcomer, he's 2 for his first 15, and the pitching staff has a 4+ ERA since July 4th. Are the Dodgers broken? And if they are broken, you guys have to let me know in the comments. What's it going to take to course correct and get back to winning a bunch of ball games in a row? Bregman was back in Minute Maid. I'm calling it that still. I don't care. What's it called now? Dynaco or something like that? We'll get into the Correa and Bregman return in a second because I do want to talk about the Yankees game. The Bronx Bombers, they were belting baseballs all night long. Belly hit the first of 4 long balls. Cody now has 20 doubles, 21 home runs, and a 123 OPS plus. Giancarlo, a Stantonian blast. His opposite field power is legendary. He has 11 home runs. All of them have come since July 2nd, so over 29 games. Ben Rice, I think he's actually going to replace Austin Wells as the full-time catcher because that's his 17th home run. He's actually been pretty solid behind the dish. Like, he's not Yadi or Molina, but he 100% could be a season-long kind of guy. The Buck Truck just hit his 24th home run, and Larnach matched the 6th home run of the game. It's now a 1-run game when the big sleep, that's what they call Trent Grisham because he doesn't show a lot of emotion except for this swing. He actually did. There was a hit and run. McMahon scored. Volpe got to third, so Volpe can now score on this Judge RBI single. Judge, he's really trying to get out of it. He's batting 170 his last 14 games. Jazz, his 20th home run. He has 31 home runs and 33 stolen bases in 133 games as a Yankee. And also, by the way, defensively, ever since he moved to second base, he's been a platinum level defender. He has 6 outs above average there already. He would for sure be in the running to win that if he started the season there. No save for David Bednar, but he's got closer mentality. This guy is so much fun to watch. He had 2 strikeouts. The Yankees, after winning 2 in a row, they're still 6 games back of first place, but they're 1 game up on the Guardians in the wild card. So at this point, they're still a playoff team. We've talked about the Dodgers losing their grip in the division. Boston better be careful about losing their wildcard chances. If they don't take this, they'll be losers of 3 in a row. Christian Javier is back for the Astros. I had no idea, but I'm loving that. Javier was so good before his Tommy John surgery. Bregman, there he is getting a standing ovation. This is his first time back in Houston, and it went from big-time cheers to big-time boos. A 2-run Bregman bomb off his old teammate. Correa, he also got a standing ovation. This is his first home game since being traded from the Twins. That's an RBI knock to the right side. Christian Walker, he's remembering that he's good at baseball. He's batting .302 with an .880 OPS the last 32 games. Chaz, is he remembering that he's good at baseball as well? Don't forget, Chas McCormick went crazy in 2023 with 22 home runs and a 130 OPS plus. He has a 67 OPS plus since. That's his first home run of the year. It's a 5 spot off of Garrett Crochet. Ramon, his second extra base of the game is a home run. He's batting .333 his first 7 games, and whoa, here comes Boston. The former Stro, Abraham Toro, broke out of his slump with a home run. Yoshida had an RBI double. And Roman, he ran into one, only his 3rd home run, but he's got a lot of doubles, walks. His defense has been incredible. And in the blink of an eye, it's now 7-6 with Roman up again with the duck on a pond, 2 outs in the 9th. But Bennett Sosa, he's in there for the injured Josh Hader. Hader has a shoulder thing. Sosa gets the save. He has 54 strikeouts and a 2.6 ERA in 47 innings. The Astros have won 2 games in a row. The Red Sox do lose their 3rd. I don't think these next 2 teams are very worried about the wild card races. The Phillies, they've been mashing the Tigers. Well, actually, we'll talk about their fight with the White Sox in a second. Gavin Lux got it going against the Phillies, and the Reds defense was making plays left and right. Cabrini, he was diving to his right. Ellie was barehanding baseballs. Taijuan Walker, he was awesome again as a starter for the Phillies. I mean, I used to say that this guy was a thief, stealing money. 6 innings with 1 run. He has a 2.9 ERA as a starter since mid-July. Andrew Abbott was sick too, and he got some help with a seed from Noelvi Marte. So Noelvi's always had a canna over at the hot corner third base, but now that Cabrini's there, Noelvi, he's out there in the outfield. Andrew Abbott wanted 8, but that ended up being a mistake. And Mundo Sosa, he's always mashed lefty, so because he's top 4% in sprint speed, after getting on base, he can score on this Weston Wilson double. Trey, this is a go-ahead RBI. Abbott, man, he is not happy after he's relieved and pulled off the mound. I think he tried to calm himself down by yelling "fun" in his glove. That's definitely what he yelled. Oh boy, Kyle Schwarber, 42 home runs. The race to 100 RBIs is on. He has 97. Cal has 98. Orion Kerkering, he picks up his 3rd save. The Phillies, they've won 4 games in a row. They're 6 games up over the Mets. The Tigers can get back to 6 games up in the Central with a win here, but these Colson, Montgomery, Lenine, Sosa, White Sox have been moving different over the last month. They're not World Series contenders, but they're a much tougher out. I mean, look, after Dingler lined an RBI single, Colson crushed Another one. That's his 10th home run in only his 32nd big league game. Don't forget about his great defense with 4 defensive run saves and 2 outs above average. He's been an absolute stud and a star for the White Sox. We'll see if he can keep it up. By the way, that was the only run that Chris Paddock allowed. It is 1-1 in the later innings. Whoever scores next wins. I don't know about this one. It's slicing foul in a hurry. It's off the foul pole. Torkelson's 26 tater wins it. Will Vest, he's been so good since 2023. A 2.8 combined ERA. He has 17 saves. The Tigers have won 2 in a row. They're back to 6.5 games up of the Guardians in the AL Central. The Royals are about to get Jack Caglione back. Also Mark Hanna, although I don't know if getting Mark Hanna back is an addition in the big 2025. But regardless, the Royals are not going away easy, and this game is a prime example. Josh Bell, he's got 15 home runs, and out of nowhere, he's 14 away from 200 for his career. Junior, no way. Bobby Wood Jr. with the Jeter throw. It looks like his back is okay. Bobby won a Gold Glove last year. Now he's leading all of the American League in outs above average with 18. He's probably going to win the Platinum Glove. Adam Frazier, he had 3 more base hits in this game after a 4-hit game the day before. He and Nick Lofton combined to tie it, and it's untied because Paul DeJong, he and Josh Bell are some of the streakiest hitters I've ever seen, and they're on the same team. DeJong goes 418 feet the other way. Salvi, this is an insane swing. That sinker was inside by an inch or two, and he just swats it out for his 21st home run. He is 6 away from 300. Kyle Isbel, listen to this. He has 9 outs above average and 41 for his career, so he is a defensive monster. But over the last 27 games, Isbel is batting .333 with an .860 OPS. He can quite literally be Wilyer Abreu 2.0 if he's somehow figured it out on the offensive side of things. Chase Dollander is back. Someone made a comment in my playback stream yesterday that it really looks like Chase has aged a couple years since making his debut. I guess that's what being on the Rockies will do to you. He was awesome, though. Just this lone RBI to Alec Burleson. He had 5 strikeouts over 5. Miles Mikolas, I mean, this is rare. He was on top of his game. He actually had a no-no through 5 1/3, but Nolan Gorman screwed him over because I don't know how they called this an earned run because Gorman had the throwing error. I guess it was a bunt single. They credited Beck with the bunt single. That's why it's an earned run. Mickey Moniak singled over Beck, and Warming cashed in the mistake. That is Warming. Burn a bell to you, and the Rockies are up now. So Miles had a no-no through 5 1/3. The throwing error really just wrecked havoc. Now he's losing. The Cardinals, they need some magic. Brendan Donovan's been out for a few days. There's a pinch hit opportunity. Garrett Hampson's in there as a pinch runner, and Donnie came through. Hampson and Sajasi both score. It is a pinch hit 2-run triple for Brendan Donovan. Kyle Leahy, he has been dominant this year. A 2.4 ERA. He gets the 5-out win. The Cardinals, after winning 2 in a row, are just 3 games back of the playoffs in the wild card. And there we have it. Another recap in the books. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to download Underdog Fantasy with code Fuzzy and use my code on SeatGeek for $20 off all your tickets. If you want to watch live baseball with me and Cougs46, all you got to do is download Playback on the App Store or Google Play Store, or you can watch it on your computers at playback.tv/the show. It's been a lot of fun so far, so see you guys there. Enjoy the web gems. Thanks for watching.
Little floater. Yanni has it twice. See him turning it up because the crowd's making some noise here as Bregman sends one to left. And first pitch, line drive to right. In comes Blade. He leaves his feet and he makes the catch. Bottom 8, first pitch is tapped toward third, cut off the barehander by Bregman and gets him.